Alright, here's a quick little tutorial with a couple little tips and tricks about how to draw clouds and smoke and vapor, fog, mist, so on and so forth, etc. All sorts of little wispy, curly, lofty, fluffy vapors in the air and stuff like that. First of all, I just want to say it helps most of all to draw a lot, and the more you draw, the more of your own style and way to draw these sort of things you will develop. That's the one thing I want to stress the most. Over time, I have been drawing a few cloudy stuff like this in my drawings, as you can see, and so I thought I'd try to break it down and show very simply what is going through my mind and what I'm doing when I draw these wispy clouds and stuff like that. First of all, a long time ago, I think it really helps to look at some artists you really like. For example, I like Mobius and the way he likes clouds. I'm not saying copy things, but it's okay to emulate little bits and styles from other things you really like, whether it's artists or actual things in real life, like some actual clouds up in the sky. But look here, let's really get down to it. If you want to draw a puffy cloud up in the sky, the basic building block of a cloud is this, the arc. It's like drawing part way around a circle. And you can practice drawing arcs if you want in a row like this. That doesn't really help. But even here you can see just filling up a page with a bunch of arcs drawn all in the same direction like this kind of already creates a poofy, cloudy sensation. And then if you start connecting the arcs together kind of end to end and varying the size and rotation of the arcs, you realize it even starts making even more of a cloudy sensation. And the more you play around with this, the more variation in your clouds you get. And I can't stress enough how much you really should play around with this. Experiment, just draw a lot of different clouds and poofy shapes. It's good. That's really the only way. Expecting this to turn out perfectly in the way you imagined it and love it the first time or even the first few times you do it is a recipe for disappointment. You can see here you draw all the arcs kind of curving the same way, and if you draw one arc curving the other way, it might look weird right off the bat for drawing these kinds of clouds. But moving on from that, if you want to draw stuff a little more wispy, like for example if you want to draw some like curling vapor or steam coming out of a smokestack, you can, instead of just arcs, you can start drawing wibbly wobbly lines mixed in with all your little arcs. Also, you don't need to make all your lines touch each other. There's a lot of things that the human brain and the eyes will kind of assume, and the brain knows what it's looking for and it can assume what smoke looks like. So just kind of hint away at things, draw little dotted lines and kind of doodle away at the way curly, wispy smoke and fog and mist looks like. As you can see, a lot of my mist kind of starts concentrated down low and broadens up as it dissipates up towards the right or something, but you don't have to do that. You can make it curl down and around whatever way you like. You can make your foggy, smoky mist go in front of and behind objects to give it a little bit of depth, to give it a little bit more body. That can be fun. And mostly I just recommend you experiment a little bit with it, a lot with it. Keep it loose, fun, easy. Don't worry about it too much. There's always the next drawing, and I really think you can have fun with it. Like I did here, you can start with a big marker, practicing those lines as you get more comfortable with it, get a finer tipped pen and add more and more details, and then you can even start shading the bottom of clouds, and it'll look more and more like it has some depth and body. All right, see you guys later. Bye.